Welcome back to the Unfortunate Diehards podcast. Hashtag number 68. A Czech legend, Mike Hoffman.
Did you say legend?
Legend.
I said Mike Hoffman.
Oh, I actually didn't think about Mike Hoffman. Look at
Gross
that.
player.
It's always a sense,
He probably
former
played with the
Sens
Czech
player
at
with
some
you.
point. Anyways,
The best senator
speaking of
of all time.
Senators, I'm a fan of them, and my name is Evan.
And I'm a fan of the Leafs, and my name is Omar.
I'm a fan of the Caps. My name is Sufyan.
And today we're talking about Austin Matthews because he's the best player in the world.
No, we're not. We're talking about Jacob Verana because he's the best player in the world.
Okay, maybe we should start with the biggest news. Jacob Vrana is signed to PTO with Washington. Exciting news. Now all I see on Twitter is his 7-goal contribution in our playoff win. And then he fell off a cliff ever since.
Whoa.
Well, we wish him the best. He's the next captain of the Washington Capitals, so...
He's the next captain of the Washington Capitals.
Speaking of captains...
Oh, look at that segue. Speaking of captain,
At
guys.
this rate, we're going to be done in like 10 minutes.
we
I had to scratch my Jacob Verana itch.
Okay, the Toronto Maple Leafs have officially switched captaincies from John Tavares to Austin Matthews. Now, a couple of things we should talk about when it comes to this. One is, how do you think it was handled?
It was handled as well as the San Jose Sharks won a couple years ago. Or 10 years ago.
San Jose Sharks 10 years ago? Joe Thornton was, when did he get shipped?
Like 2016. I guess that's not 10 years.
okay.
I don't know how to add.
Well, the thing with those, so
It was
what I-
pretty much the same.
what I noticed with this one is that the Leafs really tried to control the narrative here, as much as they could anyway. And that was getting like Dreger and these guys to, give, giving them kind of info from beforehand so they can post on Twitter that, I expect it to happen on this day, and this is how John Tavares was told about it, and this is how he's handling it, and blah, 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 to make it.
Well, they framed it as he wasn't told about it. They framed it as he was a part of the decision.
Yeah, exactly. They did that after the season and after they got kicked out by Boston again, they had individual player meetings with management and coaching staff and stuff, and they had brought it up then, and apparently Tavares was very receptive and ready and all this kind of stuff. And obviously they're gonna frame that narrative. However, we don't know what Tavares' mindset would be. In reality, the team's gonna do it. And then, what I find interesting is, I don't remember if this is what happened when Thornton was. This definitely didn't happen when Wheeler got stripped in Winnipeg a few years ago.
Yeah.
But when I don't know if this happened when Thornton was stripped as well. But they had the whole press conference with Tavares handing over the captaincy to Matthews.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
That was again the Leafs trying to control the narrative, like put a stronghold on it, which I understand what they're trying to do with that. I don't know. I'm just not sure. I mean, I think it works. I just don't know what Tavares would have preferred to that situation.
But you have to think of it in the sense that like Toronto is just a completely different market than like San Jose or Winnipeg, right? Like
Yeah.
even if there was tension in those places, which there was, the news lasted like a week max, and then it was gone.
Yeah.
But Toronto, if there was tension, it would last throughout the whole season.
That's the thing. So ultimately, I think the way they did it was the right way to maybe make things a bit more easier on Tavares, especially with
More
the season.
easier.
I noticed that when I said it. To make things more easy on Tavares when the season starts, just
You also didn't need more.
less questions and
You
whatever.
said make it easier.
Yes, but I chose more easy.
He's not from this country.
Yeah, exactly. I was only born here.
I'm here to mediate and translate.
Damn.
So yeah, I do think I think he did it the right way. I think there's always going to be questions about how he takes it and if there's tension in there and stuff. I don't think there's tension. I'm pretty sure he realizes that he's no longer in his prime and the team is Matthews' team at this point. Anyway, I think
The pressure mounts now, though.
the pressure comes now, and I want to see what Matthews is like in that leadership role. Like, it's one thing to have an A, and also, if I'm not mistaken, did they have a setting where Matthews was assistant during home games or something, and then they alternated assistant captains based on home and away? Did they not?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Because it was like between Nylander, Marner, and Matthews, pretty much.
Yeah.
And Riley.
Yeah, so I remember them alternating. I can't remember if Matthews was like a home one, away one, whatever,
Oh,
or
wait, not
whatever.
Nylander even. It was Riley, Marner, and
Matthews.
Matthews.
Yeah. I wonder if Nylander gets one now.
I doubt it.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Unless they take the captaincy away from Tavares like completely.
Like he's assistant already. It's already
Yeah,
confirmed.
okay, then it will. Yeah. Next year, though. Next year, they might not have two of their assistants, so.
You know what? Yeah, that's true. But if Tavares stays and then in 2 years straight he gets kicked of captaincy and assistant captaincy, that would be kind of a blow.
The thing is, I do see Tavares staying now. I'll say, like, because Marner's gone, he's gone 22-ish mil off the cap, right?
Yeah.
He signed Tavares to what, like, he'll probably take like 5.
Yeah.
4 or 5.
Yeah.
Probably 5. And then Marner is going to go and get like 13 mil somewhere else.
Yeah.
So.
Also, so I also think this is a way of the Leafs, of the management kind of being like, oh, look at this new direction we're taking, because they didn't actually steer away from the core four, like we've talked about before.
They didn't really make that many changes in the first place.
Exactly. They didn't make that many changes in the first place. So in terms of that, they're like, okay, look, we have a brand new coaching staff and we have a brand new captain. And now they're going to kind of go in this new direction in terms of, I guess, the way they play with a new coach and a new voice in the room with a captain. Now it depends on how Matthews is as captain. And that's what I'm interested in. I still think Tavares is going to have a similar role.
I don't think it's going to change that much of the room dynamics until Tavares is gone, if he does leave.
Yeah. I mean, room dynamics, yeah. Like, I think Tavares is going to be the same as he was as captain even now. I mean, in terms of maybe Matthews talks more now inside the dressing room.
But that's the thing. I don't see
Like
that.
how much did he talk already? So the thing is, we're not in the dressing room, so we don't know. Like, how much did was Matthews vocal in the dressing room? Regardless, I don't even know. Does Matthews become more vocal on the ice now, on the bench now? I don't know. But I think that's his style. He's gonna have to adapt himself.
So he's just gonna be like, "Pass me the puck."
Matthews' personality though doesn't really shed. Like, he doesn't really go for that though. Like, it's kind of like McDavid in a sense, where it's not going to be like overbearing. Nathan McKinnon is the most vocal guy in the Avalanche room.
Yeah.
And he's not even the captain.
Yelling at people.
He's always yelling. Like, bench, probably in the room, probably at breakfast. But, and then McKinnon's eventually going to be captain too. Like, I wouldn't even be surprised if they eventually, while Landeskog is on the IR, give the captaincy to McKinnon. Yeah, it'd be the same kind of story. But the thing is, like, with Matthews,
how can they give it to like Ross Colton?
Lehkonen.
Oh.
I can actually no, I can't see that. Anyways, or I can see like Makar potentially.
Who?
Makar.
Michael.
I'm Noah Lyles.
But Matthews,
you stupid idiot! Lost to Canada. Ha! COVID.
anyways,
I was very rattled when he said "who" about Canada. I was like,
What did you say? So I'm not aware of this story.
all right,
oh god,
hockey break. Noah Lyles.
Who's he?
He won the 100-meter sprint for the U.S. this year.
Okay.
barely.
Apparently, it was like the closest photo finish ever, and he was like, "I'm so sick." And then apparently at the World Championships earlier this year, they were like, "Oh, are you guys?" It's like, I don't know how they worded it, but essentially like, do you like the competition of, the strong track team that Canada has, and like their 4x100 team and 100-meter and 200-meter sprinters? And he goes, "Who?" And they say Canada, and he goes, "Who?" As like a
Joke.
he doesn't know who they are, never heard of them. I was like, one, you definitely know what Canada is, or you're just dumb, which he is. And then
Or both.
and then he lost. And didn't run the 4x100, but ran those 200-meter with COVID, but then didn't run the 100, and then was out partying only a couple days after testing positive for COVID. And I was like, this guy's just a bit of a loser. Anyways, I'm so happy Canada won. And I don't know. I was just rattled.
What place did he come in?
200, he came
200 second.
Third.
The other American guy came second.
Anyways,
The Botswana
he's very
guy
good.
won.
I'm sorry if I said anything offensive, but he's
He's
just.
told you that.
I found the American athletes so arrogant, or a lot of them. like more so than any other country. I thought it was stupid. I was
It's
so
all-
happy
yeah.
when Pakistan won the gold for javelin. That guy was just happy to be there. And India got second. I was like, this is crazy. Anyways.
The as arrogant or whatnot as the American athletes might be, they had the most medals by far.
Yeah, it wasn't even close.
It literally was not
I know,
even
but
close.
I just like
Did they end with the most goals as well? Did China end up winning that?
they
I don't
tied
know.
They tied with China on goals.
with 40 or something.
Yeah.
Anyways, Matthews. Now, so Tavares' legacy in Toronto is kind of playoff failures, and he kind of wears that, honestly.
What if they missed the playoffs?
But now Matthews, every single thing. I mean, his playoff performance is already scrutinized, but now it's like under a way
Yeah.
heavier microscope.
Yeah.
I mean, there's always conversation about him being the Leafs' greatest player of all time, which honestly the bar's pretty low when you look at their all-time greats. It's not really that high. If
Yeah.
we're really talking about it.
I mean, statistically, he already is.
That's it. But that's what I'm saying. Like, even if the bar was higher,
Yeah.
like he'd be in the conversation. But like, it's really low.
Yeah.
But now, if you go another 7 years, like what Tavares had, and you had pretty much the same results, he's gonna have to wear that as well.
Yeah, he will. Tavares wears the. I mean, the thing is, what's interesting about this team is that there's a captain, there's assistants and whatnot, but the entire core is so distinct from the rest of the team that they always
Suck.
That all of them wear these losses regardless. It's going to be in their legacy.
We suck, but we know. That's essentially what you're saying.
I mean,
except for Marner, actually. Marner's like, I hate getting scrutinized in the media. Leave me alone.
Well, see, the thing with Tavares is, he'll wear first on exits as captain, and like if they have a bigger run now or something when he's assistant, and if he stays past this year, and they have a couple of big runs or whatever it is, with Matthews as captain or whatever, he'll still be part of the group that got to certain levels, right? So like that's the thing with Matthews has a chance to really cement a legacy from now, though, because he's been part of the playoff failures as an assistant captain and a young player in the last 6-7 years. But now he has a chance to like, hey, I'm captain, and as captain, how far do I take this team?
But will the Leafs management fail him?
Like
they failed Tavares.
There's a likelihood there, yes.
Maybe Tavares adjusted it because he just doesn't want to be the face.
Well, if you ask people, a lot of the Leafs management failed the Leafs by signing Tavares.
That's a whole different discussion.
That's a whole different discussion, exactly. But a lot of people will tell you that the Tavares contract is what screwed the Leafs up. Otherwise, the Leafs would have a cup right now. A lot of people argue that.
I'm pretty sure we've all said that at some point.
I've never said that, but people have said that. Yeah.
The thing is,
they have a cup if they don't sign Tavares.
Oh no, I've never said that.
Oh, okay. I was like, what?
The Tavares contract kind of set them towards this whole being up against the cap and having 5 guys signed for how much they have them signed. I mean, that's not his fault.
I mean, to me, like in hindsight, sure, a better decision could have been made. The thing is, that's hindsight. In the moment, do I fault them for going after John Tavares? No, I don't fault them in the moment. And that's the thing with these decisions, right? It's like, you signed a big guy, and after 6-7 years with that guy, it hasn't worked out. Okay,
I wish you were a Dallas fan because of what you were saying. That would have been like the fault in our stars.
Oh my god!
Okay. Where do you come up with this stuff?
I just think while you speak.
It's the same with like Pittsburgh trading for Carlson, right? You're not gonna pass up the chance to trade for that player, even though realistically it's not really helping their.
I mean, they didn't really give up much.
No, I know. But in terms of their team success, it didn't really do anything. It didn't really add anything that would help them towards the playoffs more. I mean, their core performed pretty much as well as they could, and they still missed the playoffs and are probably going to again this year. And it has no fault of Carlson. It has no fault of the management trade of Carlson. It's just dude was kind of just did the same thing in Pittsburgh. Like,
he wanted to make a big splash again. And like, to be fair to Dubas, like that Tavares thing was his big. That was the first summer he was GM officially. Mm-hmm. That was his big splash that he wanted to go and get and show that he's the right guy for the job and he can get the big fish.
I wonder if, like, from a business perspective, as an individual in Kyle Dubas getting contracts, your first year going out making a big move like that, people like talk about you more. Therefore, you're more of a name. Therefore, in the future, your just name is more recognizable. Therefore, maybe you get more opportunities.
Yeah, but I think what Dubas tries to go for is like his relationship with the players because that's what he wants to.
Like intimately.
Right?
You said something smarter than following up with that.
Because like again in Toronto, it was what was his trademark saying for like his entire time there, or until he was able to sign all 4 core guys was we can and we will, right? And I'm not going to trade any of them. I promised Nylander I'm not going to trade him, and that kind of stuff, and he did it, and like.
So did he
got
promise
killed off for
Spezza,
it.
you're never gonna leave my side?
Literally.
But yeah, I think that is a big thing. Like if a team wants, the thing with Dubas is also is he the youngest GM in the league still?
Isn't it the Utah guy?
Is it the Utah guy now?
Or no,
Okay.
Kyle Davidson.
No, okay.
Oh,
Okay. Well, at that time anyway, Dubas was the youngest GM in the league, I think, and he wanted to come in and he was in his 30s. I think it was mid-30s. I think.
Yeah,
he was like
he's around
mid-30s. Yeah, when he became GM of the Leafs, I think he's hitting 40 now. He might be 40, but he was in his mid-30s.
that's crazy that the GM of the Pittsburgh Penguins is younger than Omar.
He's younger than half the team.
I feel like we haven't talked about your age in a while.
There you go.
We just haven't recorded in a while. That's why.
I literally, like everyone I know that has watched an episode is always like, how old is Omar? Like everyone's so curious and has no idea.
Because you guys have put out multiple.
You guys, bro, it's him. I stopped a long time ago. You got enough from like our hockey teams.
Man, they call me grandpa every time I walk in.
I know.
It's hilarious.
This is endearing.
Yeah,
They can call you worse.
they could call me worse. Yeah.
They
I'm not
do
gonna say it.
when you're not around.
But yeah, so yeah, I do think you're right though. Yeah, it is. Landing big guys is a way to get your name recognized. Like, hey, look, he landed Tavares, he landed this guy, he was able to lure this free agent to the team. It matters, I think, when you're getting jobs in the future. Like, hey, if you want someone big, I know how to get it. Of course that
Give
matters.
him more money.
Yeah, give him more money. No, but it was also like the thing is,
It is also a Toronto thing, though. They were trying
It's
to
a
sign
Toronto, yeah.
Stamkos the year before.
the year before they tried to do the whole Stamkos thing, and they went like from what I understood, they went a bit too hard on that, and Stamkos was kind of put off by their presentation.
Damn. He doesn't like persistence in a man.
That's what I heard anyway. Like, I don't know what the actual story is. I just remember at the time being like they really pushed hard on. They created this whole presentation for him, and they fed him a lot of stuff, and he was
Like what?
apparently they
What
did
were his favorite foods?
not fed him that way.
Lies.
Like apparently, like something I did hear was like, "Hey, look, you come to the team, and
We
then
give you
like
prosciutto.
we become successful. Like this is where your statue will be after you retire and
That's
stuff,
wild.
and that kind of stuff. Like there'll be a statue if you're successful, and all that kind of stuff. If you come and you're the Toronto boy, you bring this team to the promised land, and you'll have your own statue in front of the stadium.
And then they tried it all again with Tavares, and it worked.
But they kind of changed that narrative.
They're like, what we're gonna
no,
do?
what they did with
We're
Tavares.
gonna get you David Camp.
Nice.
No, what they did with Tavares specifically was they pitched Marner to him, and they said you'll play with Marner if you come.
And he scored 47 goals in his first year. So
Yeah, they actually pitched around. Dubas'
that line was sick in the first year.
Yeah, I think Dubas' strategy with Tavares was specifically pitching Marner as one. Like Marner did a whole. Marner was a big part of that. Like, hey, you're gonna be on this line with Mitch Marner. Like that's where you're playing.
See this little guy?
They should have done that with Stamkos. So that would have been good together too.
I mean, maybe they did pitch that because Marner was
They also pitched Tavares $11 million. They didn't offer Stamkos that. Stamkos was like around 8.5, 9.
Yeah, they probably offered him.
No, they offered him more than they offered him more. They offered him
So
around 10 or so.
Stamkos was 8.5. But either way, it wasn't
He won
11.
8. Yeah, but
To be fair, Stamkos would have been taxed heavily on that in Toronto.
Yeah.
Where in Florida, he gets that straight to the bank.
Tavares also got offered like 15 from San Jose. Remember?
Yeah, Stamkos is making tax-free money again.
Yeah, he knows how to pick his spots.
He does.
Chase
Nice
Knight.
weather, fun places, no tax.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll see how the Leafs do with new captaincy and new coaching. We're not far from the season now, actually, or the preseason now, actually.
You said this last time, and we're like a month and a half away.
Now we're like a month away now.
Yeah,
from training camp at least. Actually, no, we're less than a month from training camp now. No,
no idea.
I don't know. I can't remember. Anyway, so today is a continuation of our series. We've done 2 weeks of we've done three now. Haven't we? No, we've done two.
This is our third.
Yeah,
This is our third. Yeah. So we're doing our top 10 in each position.
White wingers.
Heading into next season. So we've done goalies. You can check that out on episode 66. We've done defensemen, which was last week. You can check that out on episode 67. And today, episode 68, we are on right wingers. And remember, again, I always have to preface, this is our opinion. And also, this is heading into next season. So who we think, it's not like a legacy list. It's heading into next season based on last season's performance and how we think they're going to continue into this coming season.
I like how I said
Okay.
it with a baby voice, and it sounds like white wingers.
Yeah, I heard, yeah.
They probably all
Are
are
white.
white wingers.
Yes. They actually, I'm pretty sure they all are. Yes.
Yeah, for sure. I just thought of my list.
All right, so we're going to go from 10 to 1. We have an honorable mention each, and we'll start with Sufi this time.
No.
So we'll start with our honorable mentions.
My honorable mention is Zach Hyman.
My honorable mention is also not Zach Hyman. It was Mark Stone.
Damn.
I have a lot of right wingers just on a piece of paper, and I'm gonna shoot again. But totally not biased pick. My right wing shout out is Claude Giroux.
I knew it.
By
At
golly.
home, I
I
thought.
wasn't
At
gonna put him on
home.
the list,
Yeah.
but
I didn't even think of him.
that's my favorite player.
I knew from home when I was making my list, I was like, Evan's going to have him in. He's not going to put him in the top 10 because there's better players, but he's going to put him in honorable mention. And you did.
Well, you mentioned him.
Yeah. Okay, so go ahead. Number 10.
My number 10 is Brock Boser.
My number 10 is Brock Besser as well.
My number 10 is Zach Hyman.
All right, you made your top 10.
We'll
Why
talk
would-
about
why
it
would-
later. We'll talk about it later.
Okay, fine, because I have a question for you. Okay, go ahead.
We'll have a lot of questions after this, probably. My number 9 is Adrian Kempe.
My number 9 is Adrian Kempe.
Damn.
My number 9
Lower your
is
brightness.
Sorry.
Clayton Keller.
Okay.
My number 8 is Mark Stone.
My number 8 is Lucas Raymond.
All right. Interesting.
I'm potentially going to say a controversial one.
You already started with Giroux. I think he puts.
Okay. Travis Konechny.
All right.
Okay, number 7, Clayton Keller.
Number 7, Clayton Keller.
Number 7. Mark Stone.
Number 6, Mitch Marner.
Number 6, Mitch Marner.
Okay.
Literally have the same list for one player so far.
Number 6, Mitch Marner.
Number 5, William Nylander.
Number 5, William Nylander.
All right. At least it's going to get different from here, from what you've told me.
Yeah.
Unless you decide to change.
No, I'm sticking with my guns.
Nylander.
All right.
My number 4 is Matthew Tkachuk.
My number 4 is David Pasternak.
Number 4 is Sam Reinhart.
Is he count as right wing?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't think he was right wing, to be honest. But okay.
That means someone isn't in his, in our top 3 isn't in his top 10.
Yeah,
Me?
Yeah.
that's.
I think you definitely forgot someone.
That's silly. Okay.
My number 3 is Mikko Rantanen.
My number 3 is Matthew Tkachuk.
I messed up, but that's okay.
You want to fix it?
That's okay.
All right.
I'll just, yeah. I'll get rid of Marner. I don't care about him that much.
Just push your number 10 out and then
No!
reword it. Who's your
Fine.
Who's your number 10?
Okay, this should have been.
Hyman.
I need this needed to be seamless.
Fine. 10 is Keller.
How are you going to be editing today?
9 is Konechny.
No, this is fine. Like it's I'll have to edit.
8 is Stone. 7 is Marner. 6 is Nylander. 5 is Reinhardt. Okay.
4.
4. Where am I? Is Mikko Rantanen.
Okay. You're 3.
This is hard. I feel like the top 3 are very close in my personal opinion.
Me too. Yes.
Well, they're all very different for all of us at this point. So.
Pasternak.
Okay, my 2 is Pasternak.
My 2 is Rantanen.
My 2 is Nikita Kucherov.
Oh my god!
Go.
I thought you were gonna be smart for once. One is Kucherov.
1 is Kucherov.
1 is Matthew Tkachuk.
Oh my god.
All right, so the biggest discrepancies: Reinhardt isn't even on either our list.
But he
Is
is.
that an accident?
No, I did. I had him there, and I just took him out.
I kept him out as well. Yeah,
He scored like 60 goals.
Yeah,
57.
That's crazy.
But he got those goals because of Matthew Tkachuk.
not even. He wasn't even on that line. But
No,
he,
power play.
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. And
Then you have like 30 power play goals.
that's what I'm saying. But there's other players on that team than Kachuk that were contributing to that. Barkov.
I might, if I were to go back, put Nylander above Reinhardt, but the game is the game.
Yeah, no, Reinhardt was in the conversation for me. I think I had him in there. He probably was like my second honorable mention. I had him at 10 at one point. I mean, it's not like horrible. It was like a Bobrovsky one.
He won the Stanley Cup for the Florida Panthers,
Bobrovsky?
along with
Game winning goal.
the other.
Okay, I just have a simple question for you. Why did Hyman make your top 10 when Bouchard didn't?
They didn't. He fell out.
That was out, yeah.
Oh, wait, now he's out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Not even
fine.
an honorable mention anymore.
Yeah, Drew.
Yeah, I don't know how it was an honorable mention. Okay, fine. So, but you want to change that because you realize you screwed up somewhere else. So why was he still in your top 10?
Because if we're basing it off of this time, Zach Hyman could have 100 points this next season.
Yeah, but Bouchard also had like 90 points as a defenseman.
82.
82 points, yeah.
Oh, that's not that close. It's like right wings. There's like a lot.
And he plays, and you're talking about a guy who Bouchard, Hyman doesn't even.
We are also projecting this coming season,
Yeah, but you're like,
and he scored the most goals in area, like 42 in the easiest, or not easiest, the like highest danger place.
Easiest is probably right when you're
Or
talking about
easiest.
McDavid. When we're talking about correlation between players, McDavid Hyman is a lot more than McDavid Bouchard.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, Hyman plays with McDavid. Like, it's impressive. He got 50 goals, great. But he plays on the same line.
I will literally take it all back because you guys are a bunch of Edmonton dick riders usually.
What am I? Since when am I an Edmonton guy?
They're gonna win the cup.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
they're frauds, guys. Still frauds. That's
Biases
why
are
you
showing.
Okay, I just don't think you're consistent with your narrative because the reason that you didn't add Bouchard, the reason you didn't have Bouchard in your
I
top
had
10.
Giroux written down, I had Tempe written down, I had DeBrincat written down, I had Kane written down, I had Batherson for fun written down,
Okay, yeah, but-
I had Besser written down, I had Hyman written down. None of those, I was like, you know what? Zach Hyman does a lot of different things than those other players. A lot of those guys are just strict skill guys, where Hyman brings a different aspect to the game than a lot of those other guys do. Yes, I'm sure that Tempe and Giroux, from experience, like, can do well in the corners and whatever, and retrieve the puck. Great. Zach Hyman, currently, you could argue, for right wingers, does that better than anyone.
Yeah, I would. Even when he was on the Leafs, Hyman was the best, or one of the best in the league at forechecking and retrieving pucks and all that kind of stuff. It was great. But I'm just saying, so like, I have no issue with you putting him in your top 10 if he's
Why
there.
not?
I know, but what? Then shouldn't Bouchard also be in there for you?
Not on my right wings list.
No, on your defenseman list.
No.
Because Hyman, while he does that stuff well, he does that stuff well. But you're saying, I agree with you. He would not be a 50 goal scorer if he wasn't playing with McDavid.
I disagree. He could also play with someone else and get 50 goals.
No, he couldn't.
McKinnon.
No, I don't think so.
Maybe.
I don't think so.
Maybe.
I don't think so.
But maybe.
No.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to hypotheticals again. Well, apparently not. Anyways, I'll say one thing on the Bouchard thing. Bouchard's numbers away from McDavid were the same, if not better, which is why I had him in my top 10. We don't need to get into that again. We talked about defensemen already.
Yeah, but
anyways,
where does Suvi get these?
Anyways, Kucherov.
4chan.
Kucherov is far and away the best offensive player. The other thing, Matthew Tkachuk, the thing that he does that puts him into this conversation is the pass
Everything.
aspect, but he's not that great defensively, so that's not even a thing.
I mean, 144 points. Kucherov had 144 points.
And he also wasn't that great in the playoffs. He wasn't that great in the regular season. So going into next year, it's hard for me to put him above Pasternak, who always performs and isn't surrounded by great talent all the time.
I mean, he did just go to the finals 2 years in a row and won a cup.
He's a winger on a great team.
Yeah, but he's a big part of that team.
What was Florida doing before they traded for him?
Nothing, man.
Nothing.
And
Aura. Just plus 50
oh my
aura.
god, where all those other players
Do I
can,
sound young?
all those other players can produce on their own. Kachuk can as well, but not as better as the top three that I mentioned. Especially not Kucherov.
Yeah, but
Kucherov's the-
Kachuk's a team guy.
That's why you have him at one
We care
over.
about team players, not selfish.
Give me your argument for Kachuk over Kucherov.
recency bias.
What?
But he wasn't that great in the
He
finals.
won the cup,
or any of the
okay.
playoffs. He had like
And the
20
year
points.
before, that's the finals, and he had all those big moments.
He had big. Okay, yeah. None of this is equating. To
I
that.
think Kucherov
Kucherov's
had
the
a.
best playoff player out of any of these guys.
And he doesn't try all the time. I want a guy that tries.
Oh my god. Kucherov is the best. Kucherov doesn't even try when he's scoring. That's not. He just looks effortless.
Doesn't care. So he's now out of my top 10.
That is it, bro. Honestly,
Oh, he's still in your top 10.
Zach Hyman at 2.
Oh,
None of this is. I mean, I don't need to make this argument that much. Like, if we had more than 5 listeners, they'd make it for me, but they don't. But Kucherov has been consistent his whole career. He's been by far the best playoff player out of any of these guys in his career. There's no way I can have him anywhere other than 1 until he decides to drop off the planet. Like, there's no argument for that. With him, with Kachuk, with Rantanen.
Wait, so you're saying Kucherov's going to be number 1 until he dies?
Yes. Kucherov isn't really in the argument for outside of 1 for me. Pasternak and Rantanen, I can understand the Kachuk stuff, because Kachuk, if he goes back to a 100-point player, we can make that argument with Pasternak and Rantanen. But again, with the consistency of Pasternak and Rantanen, it's hard for me to put Kachuk above them just because he is a pest. And was good in the playoffs 2 years ago.
And this year.
I mean, he was good in the playoffs last, like the season before last. I mean, this year he was fine. I don't remember how he did in the playoffs with. I mean, he won the cup. He won the cup, but he wasn't as he wasn't as good as he was last year.
He was just a more generous player this year. Got everyone involved.
No, he took as many chances before he just scored less.
That's why they won.
He took as many chances
And
before he
that's
scored
why
less.
they won.
He takes more penalties. Like there's
And
no
that's why
no.
they.
That's why I do have him above Nylander and Marner strictly for playoffs, but I think he's more in the realm of player of them than he is with Pasternak and Rantanen. For me,
Okay, but you
My
both,
truth?
yeah. Go ahead.
having Matthew Tkachuk at second is arguable. Having him at first is wild.
No, he's on the Panthers, not the Wild.
It's so hard to have a conversation with him, man. Because he's the one with the most outlandish takes a lot of the time. The guy who doesn't argue with. He kind of performed in the playoffs. He's a pest, and I love his brother.
Who had
That's his first.
more fantasy points?
Kucherov.
Maybe not,
Kucherov.
depending on your format.
Even with hits, Kucherov.
Penalty minutes.
Yeah, because that's a valuable stat.
Thank
I
you.
want my best player in the box.
Also, Kucherov's plus minus probably not that good.
Kucherov,
Chuck's maybe good.
Pasternak at 2 as well. Pasternak was the best player on that team, and he performs in big moments.
I'm
He's
more
the
of
reason.
that Grizzly guy.
He's the reason they beat Toronto. Pasternak in that Game 7 overtime. So we're talking big moments. Talk Pasternak as well.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't say who. I meant Brady Kachuk.
What? Oh my God.
Imagine. Sorry, I meant Boris Kachuk.
Because of these biases, I'm scared to see where Brady Kachuk is on your left winger's list.
He's at 0.
He's gonna be a 1.
He's gonna be above 1.
He's gonna be above 1. It's gonna be 1+.
Anyways, the other guys, after probably 8 for me, it was kind of just like a hodgepodge. Like, I
Yeah.
didn't have Kempe in my list until yesterday.
David Perron almost made it on there.
No.
I put Lucas Raymond up instead of a couple guys.
Yeah, Raymond was
He
interesting.
just scored
At
in
8.
Montreal in the last couple games. And
I mean,
this guy's
22-year-old, he got like what, 75 points or something?
72.
72 points. I mean, going into next season, I'd put him above some of the guys.
He's in there.
literally
Yeah.
half the amount of Kucherov points.
Yes, and he's 22.
Kachuk had 50 less points than Kucherov. What is this? He had more than 50 less than Kucherov.
I'm just trying to rattle you guys.
You already rattled me by putting Kachuk at 1. I thought you were going to be that.
Yeah, but that's why you
bro.
did it. You're definitely not actually thinking Kachuk
Even
over.
Omer said
If I
everything.
had to trade for a player to make the biggest impact on my team,
You'll
You
have to-
trade for Kachuk over Kucherov.
correct.
My God.
Look.
That is
And
insane.
you might get him for cheaper. All you need to give up is a washed Quebec guy and
A really good
an
defenseman.
Ottawa defenseman.
An Ottawa defenseman. That's what
Yeah, so we'll give them Mark Borowiecki.
The quote we can
Matthew
take out of
Bowe.
this is he would rather have Kachuk on his team than Kucherov.
Correct.
And honestly, it's hard to argue with stupid, so we can move on.
See, hard to argue, guys.
No, but I like this argument.
scared
I
of
want to know more
I
of
don't
the
want
thought
any actual
process.
reason.
want to keep talking.
But I don't know.
It's a
any- I don't know
podcast.
any
We're going to keep talking
actual-
about it.
I'm trying to get.
The same thing for 15 minutes?
I'm
No,
trying to get actual reasoning. It's just I like Kachuk better. That's pretty much it.
No, genuinely, in my opinion, I think he's overall the more impactful player.
then
And
Kucherov.
It's great if you can run up the points. Awesome. Amazing. Whatever.
But what else does he impact him? Being a pest.
He scores goals. He scores timely goals. He also hits. He pests. He can. You can give me whatever you want any given night. He's the competitor. Where Kucherov gives you the same thing all the time, which is strictly offense.
Which
I would value personally
the only thing
a
other than
more diverse player.
the only thing other than offense that you
Shouldn't we
named,
be about diversity?
the only thing other than offense that you named was being a pest.
No, I literally.
Hitting is like, is,
Well, then I did name something else,
but he doesn't hit that much.
but he can't. Do we think Kucherov in a time where someone needs to drop the gloves is even going to consider it? Absolutely not.
Do I want my best player to be in the box for 5 minutes?
But to have a player who can be both, you know, it's like a girl who's like sporty but also can dress up.
But Kachuk doesn't.
Kachuk can do both.
Kachuk's main
Kucherov is
objective.
only a pretty girl.
Kachuk's main objective isn't
He's
for him to drop the
uncoordinated.
gloves.
He's uncoordinated.
Yeah, this is like the girl, like the woman, same thing. It's she's like all the nails and like, oh my gosh, I don't want to touch that.
Yeah.
Yuck, get away from me. Where, you know, I want a brug girl. And that's Matthew Kachuk.
Oh my God.
I think that was a perfect.
But for that doesn't argue. That argument doesn't put him at 1. That puts him at 4.
Shout out to Sophia.
You have her at 4.
She can do both.
My God. Kucherov scores timely goals, gets timely points, performs in the playoffs, has won 2 cups.
Yeah, like 8 years
All
ago.
all these arguments you use for Kachuk, you can use for
But further away.
what?
But
He
like,
said that he did it
longer
longer
ago.
time ago. Kachuk's doing it now.
But he's still performing in the playoffs now. Like it's not.
No, he was out earlier.
Oh my God.
Yeah, sure. He was out in round
Yeah.
1. He didn't have a good playoffs or anything. Neither did any of Tampa didn't have a good playoff because they're playing Florida.
But it was a similar impact.
So we're
as,
saying there was a right wing versus right wing matchup, and the right wing that I chose won.
the right wing that you want. Bro, I put Evan Rodriguez in there too. Is he better than Kucherov?
Maybe
My God.
he does have a better name.
I don't know. Kucherov, better playoff performer, more cups. These are all arguments that you guys have used.
All right, so
that I
Florida
use.
repeats.
He's
And then what
a
are we going to talk about?
100% better player than Matthew Kachuk.
He's a better second assister.
Second
He
assister.
led the league in primary points. Next argument.
He's a better assister Sometimes.
He scored way more goals.
He only scored those because of Stamkos.
That's not even true, so I don't understand that. Anyways, Lucas Raymond is interesting. I considered him, but I don't know if I would have that 7. I think he could be 7, eventually.
Yeah.
Connecting was also interesting. I think
He's a bra girl.
Konechny was not as interesting as Kachuk being number 1.
Yeah, but I was kind of expecting some sort of thing with Kachuk.
But you know what?
Anyway, but
I respect that you stick with your decision.
Thanks.
I don't. It's like me putting Ovechkin in the top 10 left wingers right now.
Yeah, but Sufi, like, he's too passionate. Sufi would literally kill someone if I killed someone because he'd protect me, which I appreciate about him. But if I kill someone, you should probably be like, Evan, that's not right.
What?
I have no idea what.
Sufi, if he thinks he's right and the things that he loves, is very passionate about them and loves them very much. My example being, if I did something very bad, Sufi would still love me and back me, which I appreciate. But Sufi should not.
What? This is your analogy is not corresponding to your argument.
Guys, I've
Matt
slept
Tkachuk
much
is
this week.
more likely to kill someone than Kucherov.
So according to what you're saying, Sufi should agree with you on Kachuk being 1
Correct.
of your decision of Kachuk being 1.
But I'm not. Therefore,
No,
this
I'm
argument.
saying,
Yeah.
I'm saying Sufi's a hard man to change his mind of, but he likes me more than he likes Kucherov.
Okay.
Here's the thing I'll say. I think I
He
base.
didn't disagree.
I think I base my opinions on what I read. Where you believe.
I can't read.
Where you. Well, it's not gonna make that argument. I have seen you trying to work a laptop. That was interesting.
Okay, I don't have a Mac, and they were like, "Oh, you don't know it's."
I was just talking about copy
Command?
and paste.
Yeah,
Command, which usually control on every other laptop, which is stupid.
But you base it more off of intangibles, I guess.
Because that's what makes the world go round.
But I don't know. Both players.
You want every girl to be pretty?
Yes.
You want every girl to be the same?
Yes.
You want her to just score goals?
Yes.
No, I want a center defensive mid who's going to beat the shit out of someone.
If every girl was the same and if every guy was the same, people wouldn't have issues finding partners.
Facts.
No. Because we're talking about right wing, so it's like if all primary English language women look the same.
What?
We need to.
You're taking this to some other levels now.
We need
Okay.
to break up.
Let's get going then.
I do think our top 4 was the same in terms of people that were there, right?
Yeah. So settle down, boys.
Kucherov, Kachuk, Rantanen, and Pasternak.
Kucherov is like the unarguable right wing top. But
No, it's arguable.
the 2 to 6 range for me was a little dicey. I think I could try to 6 at one point, but it was mostly just playoff. His playoff performance.
That's ridiculous. That's crazier than that.
His playoff performance was better than Marner and Nylander, which isn't really that high of a bar. The regular season performance is more in line than his with Pasternak, Rantanen, or Kucherov.
The fact that he's played like 7 more rounds than them in the last 2 seasons is
Florida was always a better.
I think Sufi should lick me.
Yeah. So
Sufi should lick me.
I had Kachuk at like 5-6 as well at one point, and then I put it and I was like, wait a
You
second, what?
literally just said every name after Sufi said it.
No, and then when I put in there, I thought to myself, I was like, how is he below? Like he can't be below Nylander and Marner for sure.
But that's what I'm
I
saying.
put him at 3rd then because I was like, nah, he's probably top 3.
The way I thought of it is like in the regular season, Kucherov, Pasternak, and Rantanen are all in the same realm just based off pure stats. Kachuk, Nylander, and Marner are in the same realm based on pure stats, except not last year because Kachuk was lower. But then the playoffs is like Marner and Nylander are in the same league as any of those 4.
Well, before last season, you could say he's in the same realm last season, but before that, he was better.
But he was in the same realm as Marner and Nylander still.
No, he was in the realm as
Oh my gosh.
these
Those
guys.
guys are still like 110 plus.
All right, guys.
Well, he was like
And
109,
overall-
or something.
podcast.
104.
So
104,
we're
sorry.
gonna
So
go
it's
on
just
to
over
the
100.
roster game that I'm
We're still not finished, bro.
talking to the viewers.
But then like Ranton and
You're the
Pasternak.
shit disturber of this podcast.
I'm mad at Chuck.
But then Ranton and
That's why.
Pasternak and Kucherov are also good playoff performers. So it's hard for me to put them below Kachuk and those
But he
players.
was right about one thing: is Kachuk scored some timely goals.
He scored timely goals 2 years ago. One pass.
Actually, if you think about it,
He scored 6 goals in
he
this
scored
playoffs.
enough goals in the playoffs exactly to win the Stanley Cup. So did the
So
rest
did
of
Nick
the team.
Cousins.
Correct.
Yeah, but I don't know. The timely goals, I could attribute that for one playoffs, and that's why I probably would have had him at 3 after last year. But this year wasn't the same.
Okay, so let's say Kucherov scores 8 points this year, and Kachuk scores 111. Is Kucherov still number one?
No,
All right, you heard it here.
I'd love for that to
Sufi
happen.
has Kachuk number one.
All right, let's move on.
I already started the next segment.
All right.
Go
Go ahead.
segment.
Next segment.
Oh,
What do we start game first?
roster game.
Go ahead, do roster game first. That's fine.
No.
Also, I was thinking we should because at some point we should switch up the games a bit, some variety. You
I
know?
was gonna do a draft next week, so we could do that next week.
Yeah.
Are we doing roster game first?
Yeah.
Yeah. But
All right, we're shaking it up. We're doing roster game first. Mine's not that exciting, I won't lie. But
I think we already brought enough excitement
no
today.
one, I think, has ever done this before.
okay, that means we're not going to know
But
anyone.
it should be easier than you think. Can you name me? They don't have to play the game for this team.
Okay.
Because none of them have.
Are you talking like next year?
Anyone who's currently on the roster of the Utah Hockey Club. They don't have to play the game for the used to be Utah Hockey Club. They just have to be on their current roster according to NHL.com.
Okay. Who starts?
Who's starting?
I'm going to let Omar guess 5 times in a row,
No.
and then Sufi.
No, we're not doing that.
Okay, I'll go Clayton Keller.
Wrong. I'm kidding. He's there.
Nick Schmaltz.
He's there.
Um.
I think I'm gonna win this.
Just think of who's on Arizona.
Well, I'm gonna go. What's that guy's name of with the long hair? I forgot his name.
You?
How are we already on description phase? It's 2 players in.
Yeah, but he's the young guy. Oh, I like him. Let me think of his name.
He's the young guy. I like him.
Uh-oh.
That's not gonna bode well in court.
Oh my gosh.
He's the young guy. I like him.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is past 30 seconds.
Okay,
I'm going to push you for an answer.
give me a strike because I can't remember his name. I'm gonna think of his name
Wow, that's
unless he says it.
I'm trying to say it.
Logan Cooley.
Yes,
That is correct.
Logan
I knew
Cooley.
exactly who you were thinking of.
Yeah.
I don't know why you went there first.
No, I don't know anyone on Arizona. Honestly, I don't.
You could name one person in Arizona / Utah.
Yeah, I can only name one or two guys.
That's wild. And we run a hockey podcast.
And this is a current roster. This isn't even like 10 years ago.
10 years ago might have been easier for him.
It would have been easier for me.
Shane Doan.
I don't because I don't watch Arizona at all.
Oh, that's a hint.
What?
Shane Doan.
He doesn't know.
Oh my God. Well, I'll say that next, I guess.
Okay, you go next.
Are you
You taking another strike?
Yeah.
Josh Doan?
Oh, I didn't know that. I don't even know that guy.
Bro, he was literally all over Instagram last year because he scored 2 goals in his first game.
And his name's Don.
Oh, that is. Oh. Yes.
All right, last strike.
Who's the goalie again?
I didn't think I could name both goalies. I didn't think I was going to do well. I didn't think you were going to do this bad.
If it helps, one of the goalies is from Saskatoon.
When you pick like Columbus / Arizona, you got. I don't know one. Literally. Yeah, I'm done.
Do I just go on a run?
One
I'll
run.
name like 4.
I want to see how many you can name.
Vejmelka,
Correct.
Ingram,
Correct.
Dersey,
Yep.
Kraus,
Yep.
You see, now this is where I am a little dicey.
I can name more than this.
Oh, yes, sorry. Yeah, sorry. I forgot about these guys.
Oh, Sergachev.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Uh, who else is on that decor? Did Montour go to Seattle or there?
Oh, yeah.
I might get a strike here.
Former Leafs.
What?
Former Leafs.
Liam O'Brien?
That is correct.
But that's not. No, that's not who I was saying.
Kerfoot?
Yeah.
Uh, uh, oh, Michelli?
Yep.
Bustad?
Yep.
Did Zucker leave? Yeah, he did. I'm gonna say Montour.
Brandon.
Yeah. Did you go to Seattle?
Mm-hmm.
I say him Stevenson, I guess. Unless Stevenson went there. No, he didn't. He went to Seattle. I've already won, so I'm not really mad at tapping out here. Dylan Gunther.
Yep.
Yeah, that's where I'm gonna stop.
All right. You missed Carcone,
Okay.
Hayton,
Oh, Carcione. Okay.
Kerfoot, McBain,
Oh, Baird Hayton. Damn.
Stenland, Ian Cole, Kesselring, who scored against Ottawa, John Marino, Valimaki.
Marino.
That's it.
That's all I missed. What?
On their current NHL roster.
I mean, the right-handed defenseman is what got me because that's what I thought Montour.
I mean, Omar did say Clayton Keller.
yeah.
So
We had him in his right winger list, and that's probably the only reason. He probably just researched right wingers and saw that Keller was like top 10.
Well, Keller I knew already.
Yeah. Well, it's because he runs around math all
one
the time.
player on the Arizona Coyotes / Utah.
Yeah, but even actually, I've only named like 2 on Columbus. Okay, it's a pretty simple one today.
Goal saved above expected for AHL babies.
I'm gonna give you top 10 because I think this is easily gettable for top 10. Top 10 even strength points. You know.
We didn't have a very easy top 10 list, so this is probably
Great. All right. Should we start with Connor McDavid, Soupy? Like we do for all of these lists?
Yes.
Fuck.
McDavid.
Here.
McDavid is number 3 with 87 even strength points.
Awesome. Should we say Kucherov, Soupy? Because he's so many fucking points.
Yeah.
Why are you swearing so much? You maybe cut it. I'm gonna leave these swear words. You know.
No.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Yeah, I'm leaving them.
All right.
No.
Kucherov.
Stop.
Yeah, Kucherov's number
At
2 with
least
91
put,
points.
Like a fart noise over them.
No, screw you.
Kucherov 2. McKinnon first.
McKinnon 1.
Okay. Got that out of the way.
Wow. I love this.
I can tell you who's not on here. Sam Reinhart. Or Steven Stamkos. Over half their points were on the power play.
Maybe Matthew Tkachuk is on here.
He's not.
I'm pretty sure
He's too busy
Verhaeghe
doing
was up there,
other impactful things.
being in the box. I'm pretty sure I saw Verhaeghe on here, but I don't know if it was 8 or 13, so we'll just leave him for later. Pasternak.
Did the one join the 3 in your head, potentially?
I think I was doing even strength goals, actually. That's why. And I think last year he was like 8.
Are you saying Pasternak?
Yeah.
Number 5, 75 points.
Just keep going, Sufi.
Panarin.
I'll be here.
Number 6, 75 points as well.
Who else? 4. Rantanen. I'm not guessing him. Hughes, maybe. Quinn Hughes.
Luke.
He had a lot of points. Who else over at Miller? JT.
Eliash.
Hmm?
Eliash.
Yeah.
I need an answer.
Scott Gomez.
I'm not playing.
Why?
I'm refusing.
Why?
Because it's dumb.
Stina Brad.
I love that I have such a bad attitude right now. Watch The Dark Knight. I'm literally gonna fight you.
You're the one that's busy every second of every day, every week.
Wrong. I'll call you, and you'll text me.
Also, why'd you call me last week? Why'd you call me?
I have something to tell you that's not podcast friendly.
No, okay. All right. Well, I can edit it out, you know.
Yeah, we're not gonna record this.
Okay, what was it?
You'll see.
All right.
Intrigue. All right, let's get this done faster then.
All right,
Kaprizov.
Carconi.
Kaprizov.
Yes. Kaprizov is not on here. That's strike one. You get 3
Sufi,
strikes.
what the hell?
You're not helping.
Draisaitl?
Draisaitl could be there. Who else is it? Rantanen. Makar. Matthews. Matthews.
You guessing it?
Yes.
Number 4.
Yeah.
So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You need 7, 8, 9, 10.
Nylander.
Potentially. JT Miller. Not Pedersen. He only has like late 80s or early 90s. Potentially. Now, did we say Panarin?
You already said it. Number 6.
What do we have? 1 to 6?
You have 1 to 6. You need 7, 8, 9, 10.
All right, I'll shoot.
Aho.
I'll shoot.
Go ahead.
John Tavares. Mitch Marner.
I need a guess, guys.
We have to guess guys.
Yes.
Shit, I was gonna say Amanda Kessel.
Rope Hintz.
No.
Jason Robertson.
No.
Brandon Hagel.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. Could be though.
Hurry up. 10 seconds. Let's go. Give me a guess.
Point.
Yeah. Braden Point.
That's a guess.
Yes.
Braden Point is not on there. That's strike 2.
Sufi.
What's our?
Why are you letting me help?
You have 3 strikes, so you have 1 strike left.
Who?
Miller.
Miller. Aho.
Miller.
All right, Millie.
JT Miller. That's strike number 3.
All right.
All right, let's shoot fire here. Makar.
No.
Aho.
Hughes.
No.
To both.
Do both.
Forsberg.
No.
Kyle Connor.
No. You're forgetting some very obvious players.
Nylander.
No.
Marner.
You haven't said someone very, 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 very extremely very
Crosby.
obvious.
Crosby.
Crosby's one of them, but that's not even the one I was
Hyman.
talking about.
Draisaitl.
Crosby's 7.
Draisaitl.
They're Draisaitl finally 9.
No, as well.
Is number 10 obvious?
Oh, you're not speaking German.
Kopitar.
So you need number 8 and number 10.
Robertson.
I'll just say that number 10 was on our top 10 list.
For this one.
Yeah.
Oh. Konechny.
Rantanen.
Yeah, Ranton is 10. So now you need 8. And you said 8, but you didn't guess him.
When?
Pinto.
You said him probably like 2 minutes ago, literally.
What the hell? For Hagee?
No.
Reinhardt.
You said him. He said, yeah, but you didn't guess him. You like that's not our guess.
Pedersen.
I looked at you and you like that's not our guess. So.
Pedersen.
Hagel?
Yeah, Hagel.
Yes. I think I remember seeing that because he only like 6 power play points or something like that.
Hagel had 66 even strength points, number 8.
So that means
That's ridiculous.
that means he had 9 power play points.
I'm better than him at hockey.
Hey man, underrated.
Underrated. Well, there we go. That's our pod for the day. A little bit of controversy with Matthew Tkachuk, as usual. As usual, Matthew Tkachuk creating controversy. All right, so tune in next week. We have a draft coming up, so we're going to switch it up a little bit next week with a bit of a different game. And thank you for listening, as usual. And we'll see you next time
Wait.
on
Wait.
what?
Omar, how's your week been?
Catch us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music,
Stitcher.
iHeartRadio, Sirius XM. Check us out
Is it
on
just me here?
YouTube, YouTube,
Well, I've had a
Instagram,
busy week, guys.
and TikTok at The Unfortunate Diehards. And we'll see you next time.